This is our biking video for Mr. Goose. I have connected a leash to his harness. Harnesses are meant for pulling, so this will be the main leash I'm depending on. This is simply as a guide rail, simply to kind of help him know which direction I'm going, how far to stay away from the bike, when to come closer to me. But this is really the pull device. They kind of come together at the same time, but really with like more pressure on the red one. Yeah, we're gonna head out. You will see this is maybe his 4th time on the bike now. So when we first went out the first time, I just walked around the backyard with him. He was obsessed with the tire. He kept trying to bite it. Be careful if he starts doing that. You know, you don't want to hurt his mouth, but you also don't want him to learn that when he bites. You know, when he starts to mess with the tire, you stop. So, you know, gently, you know, tell him to stop, some hissing like that, but keep moving forward, but slowly, so he doesn't hurt his mouth on the tire. So we're gonna head out now, and I will show you once we get out there what's going on. We're at the bike now outside. I generally like to, depending on what side of the street I'm on, I like to put him in between myself and the closest sidewalk. So any oncoming cars or dogs across the street, he won't potentially get hit by, obviously. That would not be good. So that's why I try and create a buffer with my bicycle in any oncoming traffic. So I do ride on the street with this bicycle. It's a 3-wheel adult trike. It's a little more stable. I'm going to try him on a 2-wheel bike tomorrow because most people probably don't have a 3-wheel bicycle. But I'm being a little naughty right now, which is fine. We're going to correct it. Be patient and move on. He's trying to eat the bicycle, which is good for you guys to see how he reacts to it. You see he's really curious, and it's hard to obviously hold my camera and the dog and the bike, but we're going to try. He's right now ignoring the bike, which is great. When he first saw it moving, he went after it a little bit, but now he's ignoring it. And he's like, yes, this is my tool to move forward. And it's still braking, so we're just getting past him before if this is a bike ride in the morning, I will first walk him and have him poop, and then bring him back for the ride, so that I don't have to worry about him pooping while I'm riding. It's going to be a little tricky, me holding his camera and biking, but we're going to see how this goes. Alright, so I'm walking onto the street now. You can see he's pulling me. We went over how not to pull this morning on my video. If I was actually walking him, right, I'd have it to the top of the neck. I would still like it at the top of the neck, ideally. Just see if I can actually get it there with everything going on in my hand right now. Alright, I think we're ready to go. So let me go and jump on. He's now is familiar. It's going to be the best of angles, but just so you guys can see what's happening. Okay. So I'm going to see how this goes. Just go ahead and get going. Come on, buddy. Here we go. He's really focused on the tire, but he should let that focus go. If he starts going after it, I'm going to stop and hit so he doesn't end up biting it and hurting his mouth. He's beginning to ignore it, and now he knows, all right, let's cruise. Great. Now, he could easily run with it. I don't like the full run. I just think it's a nice trot, 2 beat, as opposed to the actual 4 beat, like running. There's a little more control this way. If I was feeling aggressive and feisty, I could, but also it's easier to lose control on the bike going faster, obviously, with anything in life. So I just keep it a nice 2-beat gait, just like that. You can see, just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If he starts speeding up too fast, because he's really pulling my bike right now, I'm pedaling just a little bit. I'm going to tell him easy and slow on my braking. Easy. Slow down. Right, so I don't lose control, and he learns that he sticks with the bike. You want him really right next to you, really, right where my knee falls down is where his legs are on the ground. It might be, yeah, pretty much right there, maybe 4 inches in front of my knee, but his legs are pretty much right next to where my knee is. He's falling when I bike, when I pedal. He loves this. Again, I keep it a nice 2-beat trot. I do not want to lose control because he can easily get super hyped up, as you know. He's a hyperactive brain. He's very so I don't want anything bad happening to him. Also, if it's a dog or a cat or just smells me quickly, right? We are not trying to cause anyone harm, or the dog if I end up falling over on top of him. see some dogs barking. That's a dog when we were on the bike, and he started getting really barky. I ended up having to get off the bike and make him sit. So today, if I see someone walking a dog, I'm just gonna go ahead and get off prematurely before he gets to that stage where he's barking, and make him sit down, so that we don't cause again, right? Again, like I said, he's a pit bull. He's an ambassador for the breed. So anytime he's out here, he needs to be on his best behavior anytime that we're walking in front of people, because they do have a bad reputation for different reasons. And so, anytime with him, right, we're looking like we're the best behaved dog out there. Alright, I'm going to stop for now so I can focus on riding, but it's okay right now. That's the one thing. When I'm about to turn, I go, Goose. This is when the kissing also comes into handy when you're actually walking. Giving him that signal you're about to change direction. I'm going to slow it down again. Okay, Goose easy. Goose easy. Stop completely. Good job, Goose. I'm going to get off now. Ask for a sit. Goose sit. Goose sit. If he doesn't give it to me, I'm going to back him up like I did this morning. Goose sit. Goose sit. Goose sit. I'm going to back up if he doesn't do it. Goose sit. Yes, and big praise. He sat. Good job, baby puppy. Oh, here, go, baby. All right, I'm going to stop the video now, and we're going to get back on the bike. Okay, so we are now on a 2-wheel bike with Goose here. We just went around the block. He's learning that he needs to keep his eye on the bike at all times. Depending on where your strap is, he can, potentially run into the side of it, and you just need to keep your eye on that. If it starts happen to slow down, or tell him easy, or if you have a dinger, you can ding to get his attention again, to start paying attention to the bike. So what I'm doing with him, a lot of times, as you can see on this bike, it already has a dog attachment. Because Goose is really strong and can start after something really fast and hard, I'm right now keeping him attached to these, so if I need to jump off quickly and get control of him, I can, and I don't have to worry about disconnecting him or getting drugged from the back. So let me go ahead and get on traffic. So what I'm doing is I have the green leash in this hand, which is going to be crossed over this, kind of the back side. It's going to be on this handle. The red, which is attached really to the harness, and that's the most pressure you want there, is going to be attached. It's going to be on this hand. It's going to be on that handle. So red on right and green on left. And I'm going to get on, and we'll just see how he does. Okay, so let me get on from the other side so we get him on the right side of the bike. The right side of the bike. All right, so you can already see he's pulling, he's distracted. And this bike will help with that distraction because he's going to learn he needs to pay attention to what's guiding him. Okay, Goose. All right, come here, Goosey. We're going to start going that way, and then we'll turn around up the next corner. Come on, Goose. Come here, honey. Come here, Goosey. Come here. And you can start with your feet guiding him and just see how he does. And then once he seems like he's paying attention, you can put them on the pedals and just go slow and then pick up speed as he goes. Can you see that he's not paying attention? He's not moving. If you feel like he's going to actually go in front, then obviously stop quickly. It's probably a little too fast. He's distracted by the cameraman. But we're going to go 8. This is, again, good for his learning to pay attention to what's guiding him. Because in the walks, he's so distracted. And again, you can do a lot of footwork. Just putting your feet on the ground. ground. And if he starts pulling, make sure you just keep those heels up, or those toes up, I should say, heels down. If when he starts pulling you, and then when he's at a good pace, and you feel like he's paying attention, you can go ahead and start pedaling slowly and pick it up from there. Just like when you're walking, you also want to try and keep your eyes up. Your bike goes where your eyes go, so make sure your eyes are up and forward, but keeping him in the corner of your eye. Keeping your eyes up and forward, but keeping him in the corner of your eye to make sure that he's not going to get in front of the bike while you're riding it.